Hello, my air element. This is Keziah with High Priestess Key 333 here to do your element read. All right. So, air element. This is for anyone who is in the energy or feeling connected to air element at this time. Air is our breath, breathing, right? But also how we stay alive, right? But also our thoughts, our mind, the conflict and the challenges that you're going through at this time, right? I don't rhyme. It's just, it always comes out like that. But air element, that is what you're connected to. Um, if you have air element in your chart, this may resonate with you. And air is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra elements. I mean, zodiacs that are connected to this element. But it doesn't mean that you have to have that in your chart either, or you have to be one of those signs to resonate with the message. All right. You could be going up against some type of challenge. You may be in the Aquarius or the Gemini or the Libra energy element. You could be, dealing with anything that's around air element at this time. So this may resonate with you. I'm coming to give messages for air. All right, let's go air. Let's see what is the messages, ancestors, for the air element, please. Tell me what's the messages for my air element and what they need to know at this time. What is the air elements need to know, ancestors, at this time for my air elements? Air element energy, ancestors. Thank you. All right, so we have here some energy coming through, honey. Oh, wow. Okay, air. This week has been, it looks like it's been a little rough for some this week already with just me pulling for the elements that are here, okay? And I mean, I have to just keep it real, right? Yeah, it's kind of, you have the same energy as Earth, and Earth has some things going on as well, right? So, and you may have Earth in your chart. If so, you want to watch that reading also, okay? So the element that you're in right now is definitely, you could have Aries in your chart as well, or be connected to Aries, okay, in reference of the air element. Okay, so I have Aries here. I have um Pisces, okay, element here, okay, that you could be connected to. It's a lot of moon energy here. And we have, different messages. So let me get to it. Okay, the main thing that I'm seeing in reference of internally, what you're dealing with internally right now, and in the energy of air, for some of you, is all about cause and effect. It's about karma right now. Some karmic things you may be going through or you may be experiencing, okay? The law of cause and effect is what internally you're dealing with air signs at this time. Instances want you to use discernment around the things that you're doing, especially when it's around finances, okay? The ancestors is showing because Aries energy here, and Aries is connected to the messenger of greed. So don't be greedy when it comes to your finances or to whatever you're inspiring to do, because there could be some chaos that is created in reference, and some confusion around some of the things that you are internally wanting to happen and around a financial situation, okay? And it could cause some type of darkness or destruction or something of that sort, because in your inspired actions I have the Kempt T card, which is all about that. It's all about chaos. So you may be focused on, something, maybe giving somebody some karma this week. Okay. It could be some situations, because that's also Neptune energy that's here. Okay. And Neptune energy is definitely about karma. Okay. Neptune, some of my air signs, you may be going through some things where you feel like you're trying to, like I said, speak to somebody, talk to somebody, maybe arguments and communication not being well this week. There could be some things. I have Saturn energy here too, but it looks like it's around your physical needs, your money. There's something that's not coming through that's great in reference of communication, finances. It could be a relationship. It could be something that's off in reference of technology. But it's showing that the ancestors is definitely giving that there's something here. Ancestors also want you to work on your throat chakra right now for my air element, okay? Especially if you have have that Aries in your chart, okay? But that Aries is also here in reference of your internal vibrations, the law of vibrations in reference of how you're feeling, okay? So the ancestors definitely want you to know that with that Aries energy, remember the Aries is the messenger of greed, like I told you. So don't be greedy, okay? And Aries is fire, okay? So we have that fire and air, which could make a brush fire, okay? Which could make a, like when I say a brush fire, it can make something, expand to be explosive. Okay, so you want to be very careful, because it's like this week you don't want to get in. I mean, we'll get around this energy right here. I'm not just putting it on this week, because this, whenever you see this, is when you're supposed to receive it. But be careful of arguments. Things can blow up and get out of proportion. Okay, if you're feeling like something is restricted, or you can't get out of a situation, or you're doing something in reference of your physical needs, be very careful. Just Answers is saying, you can create whatever it is that you desire, in reference of this law of cause and effect. And the things that are that moon energy, which is about the law of perpetual energy, transmutation of energy for you right now, is to change the things that are hidden, the things that you may have trauma or drama about. You can shift that energy, because it's in your changes, it's in the transformation and the things that you're going through, or you're changing because of some things that have been traumatic in your past. You're changing, and you're doing it aggressively, okay? But in the meantime, understand that when you're coming out of that, and when you're trying to push through that shadow energy, and when you're trying to get through whatever you've been deceived or betrayed, or whatever that trauma and drama was that you went through, you're gonna feel the energy of chaos, right? Because when you realize and you're moving towards the light, darkness attracts to light. Okay, so whatever you're inspired to do, that's why this darkness is here, that's why this chaos is here, because you're trying to move out of it, especially with what you've already been through. You've been through some endings, you've been through some lies, you've been through some uncomfortable things, and now all you want, based off of what you've endured, is you want something that is not going to interrupt your life any longer. You want an intervention. You want your health and your wealth and your family and everything to come around. You got the last quarter in reference of, and that's the energy we're going through right now. It's about endings. It's like you're spiritually growing, you're ascending at this time, but it's because of the things that you went through in the past, air, right? And a lot of times it's up here, it's the mental with the air, because that's what the air is, like even in the tarot, the air are the swords, right? That's because of the conflict and the things that you went through. But mentally you can slay, right? You're very intelligent, you can think your way out of different things, but also that goes back to manipulation. Okay, so you have to be careful what you put out, because that's what you get back, tenfold, okay, quickly. So the ancestors definitely want you this week to work on and realize that those things, those foreign things that ended for you, those things that were uncomfortable, whatever ended, all those lies, the betrayal, you're coming out of that, right? But with, like I said, the light comes the dark. So you have to learn how to balance the two, okay? In the law of compensation, ancestors is showing right now, you have the ability to shift that as well, okay? You have that Jupiter energy here that's with Triton. And that energy is definitely about expansion. 3 times the blessing or 3 times the curse, right? And so the ancestors want you to know right now, air, is all about, it's all about you working on self, working on putting that love out as well. The ancestors is saying, don't go in the direction of trying to cause harm to yourself or to others. Okay, right now is that Mars and Diamos energy, which is definitely energy that is very intense, that you could be still feeling around a love situation, around a work situation. Okay, but it looks like a lot of love that is here. Okay, that the ancestors want you to know that you also have that love, and that there's love that you can put out, as well. Okay, and for you, excuse me, y'all, for those who have that are living with partners, or have in relationships and so forth in the air element, ancestors want you to make sure you're being honest. And if there is some things that's going on, you need to be confessing that to your partner. You may be, some of you in relationships or have some type of deception around this. You want to make sure you're expressing that. That's why the ancestors show that communication and things that you need to be speaking, and you need to be, utilizing that throat chakra, expressing yourself right now in whatever way it may fit for you. Okay, because things could go wrong if not. Okay, you could be harming somebody by holding in whatever it is, or being deceptive, because I am seeing that here. Okay, the ancestors want you to iron that out, especially for those who are in same-sex relationships. That's coming up for some reason. You want to iron that out. Okay, because one thing about it too, once you iron these things out, then that helps with your spiritual growth as well. That helps you in the spiritual realm, with your ancestors, to be able to help and bless you. But how can they do that if you're still holding on to, treacherous energy? Okay. So just remember that, my spiritual teacher always say it's an eye for an eye. So you need to make sure that it is worth that situation if you're trying to bring chaos to someone. Okay. Right now, for my air signs, be careful of what your the air quality. Be careful of your what you breathing in. Okay, the ancestors want you to know that. Be careful of air quality. That is a big thing right now for you. Um, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, ancestors just want you to know. Some of you, be careful of somebody trying to trick you in reference of, or manipulate you, or hide something from you in reference of your finances as well. Okay, or earthly possessions or something of that sort. Okay, right now the ancestors is telling my air signs to work with lavender, black kyanite, in reference of the crystal. Okay. Um, Some of you, you may have had an ending of, I'm seeing this come through for the ancestors saying it. Some of you are having a trying time and you feel the chaos in your life because you've had fertility issues or some type of maybe a loss of a child, also. Okay. But I'm seeing if you stay focused and don't, let me pull more in reference of the energy for air ancestors. Clarity on the spread here for air element, please. Clarity for air, please. Hold on, I dropped the card. Hold on, family. Let me move them cards a different way so it won't be hanging off. That's why that card keeps falling. Clarity on the spread that's here for air ancestors. Clarity on air element energy that is here. Clarity in the spread, please, for air. Air. Yeah. So the ancestors is definitely saying this is all about your living conditions and how you're dealing with something that may have went, that you felt that has been going wrong in some shape, form, or fashion. Okay. Ancestors is saying, you're getting a lot of mercy and understanding. You could have Sag in your chart, Pisces in your chart, air signs. I have Pisces here a lot, and Aries and Sag. Okay, so I have these two signs here. If you're an air sign, you could have one of those in your chart. This may resonate very strongly with you. Okay, a lot of my air signs going through some major situations. Okay, it looks like major things around finances as well. Okay, or even um, something around your home life or your living conditions, maybe wanting to move somewhere, maybe wanting to change your living, maybe needing a change to your living conditions, whether you want to move or whether you want to change a situation at home. Maybe you want to just decorate something different. Maybe you're trying to purchase a new home. Maybe you're trying to do something with your partner and that you guys aren't seeing eye to eye on it. These are the things that I'm picking up on. But the answers is showing there's definitely some type of situation here. You're trying to seek alignment, but I see you being able to do that, right? I see you being able to do that when it comes to how you're vibrating right now, your frequency. Okay, the answers just don't want you to get lost in the things that you have endured. Like, don't become a victim to your situation. Have faith. Your beliefs is what's going to carry you through, okay, to what you can change and create. But don't hide the hidden emotions, okay, or the traumatic things. Share those things. Use your throat chakra, not to argue with others or to create issues for yourself, but to change something or to maybe speak some life into yourself and others, or to be able to tell somebody something about something that you've endured or your experiences to help change someone else's life. Ancestors want you to know right now it's all about the law of attraction for your karmic situations that you're going through. So that is all about, being the messenger of endurance, but also understanding what you put out is what you get back. Definitely right now when it comes to you karmically air. Okay. So having positive thoughts. Okay. Positive mindset. Don't get stuck into the situation of feeling like, because you may have some chaos going on right now, that puts you in fear. Okay, because the ancestors is showing me the Phobos energy here that's on top of that cam, which is all about you being in fear of some type of chaos. Okay, and it could be even around some type of work situation that's here. Okay, communication. Maybe you're having a hard time communicating with someone that's at work, or you're having a hard time communicating with someone in the family, or communicating with someone around some business proposition, or whatever it may be. The ancestors is showing that, you got to you got to conquer this fear. Okay, conquer the fear. Because I'm showing once you conquer the fear, it looks like it's something dealing with somebody's home, or even it could be about some type of technical situation as well, or technology. But the ancestors want you to seek alignment. Okay, this is a warning in reference of your external vibrations and the things that's happening externally to you. But remember, it's about going internal to be able to deal with the situations external. All right. The answer is already showing you have a way of conquering it, but it's about you conquering your shadow. Okay. Because air signs, ancestors is showing that there's a lot here about you being able to conquer that. Okay. Empower yourself. Okay. As well as others. Because I do have that rim here of the way that you're going to be able to, right now for my air signs or air element, you're sitting in the law of compensation on the energy of aggressively inspiring others, empowering others. Okay. So the ancestors want you to know right now around love. Yeah, you may have been through traumatic situations when it comes to love, but right now it's showing in your compensation, the law of compensation, and where the way that you're going to be rewarded is by empowering yourself and empowering others. Okay. So the ancestors want you to know this is the Sedina realm that I'm seeing that the air element is on. That comes back to you know, being able to connect, in reference of love and self. It's all about self-love for you right now. Instances want you to work with water and lavender, okay? But right now it's because that realm rules water, okay? So you want to work with water, okay? Be careful of the sodium intake that you're taking in right now, air signs, okay? But right now the ancestors is all about, it's about healing for you, but also through your healing, you need to be speaking empowerment. You need to be speaking about interventions and people and being intervening in reference of what they can do to help themselves. Okay, that's going to empower you. Okay, so the ancestors is just saying that right now. It's all about, this is the realm of self when it comes to your finances and love. Right now it's about you focusing on yourself, not having to, worry about being in a relationship with somebody else. Worry about the relationship with yourself first. All right, even if you're in a relationship, don't, it's like as if the air may have been, you may have lost yourself within a relationship. Now it's time for you to turn around and start looking at yourself. Okay, work on your shadow, work on those things that making you feel like you may be lost right now. you know Work on those things that make you feel like, there's something that you want to change. It's about that. It's about the growth, knowing that you are that spiritual goddess, right? So, because you have major spiritual gifts, you have a supernatural gift. Ancestors say right now you need to be air signs asking for mercy and understanding from your ancestors. Honor your ancestors, and things will change for you. All right. Ancestors is saying they are also showing you mercy and understanding as well. All right. But it's about you. The law of correspondence is here in reference of internally you being able to balance the physical and the spiritual. Right. You have to balance that. Right. And sometimes with air, you're all over the place, just like the air element. Okay. So you have to be careful. You have to be, I am strong and resilient. Just popped up on my phone as an affirmation. I am strong and resilient. I am strong and resilient. I am strong and resilient. Say it 3 times, air signs. That popped up for confirmation, clarification during your reading. All right. And we're going to end it with that. But I am going to pull you an outcome message from the sacred symbols. And let's see what the ancestors want my air signs to know as their outcome message to this message, ancestors. This was a good message. It's time for you to, don't let the chaos get to your mind. You got to continuously stay focused and stay, and I have home. Okay, so it's something about the home, okay, for you and time and home. So there may be some time that is spent at home or time that needs to be spent at home. There could be some type of time that is running out with where you at now about your home. Because I have a lot here about the home, or about your living conditions, about the way you're living, home life, okay, what you're focused on right now. And then you know what? The home is the 10. So once again, you have the ability to expand that, because that's Jupiter energy. So what Answers is saying, you're being guided to come back home to who you truly are. So this is about not only the home life, but about being who you truly are. And remember, the Answers spoke to you strongly in reference of self-love, self-care. Okay, this is about a signal of a change in your physical home, or a sense of where you belong. Okay, pulling this card symbolizes that wherever and whatever your current situation, you can trust that this moment is in alignment with your higher self. All right, you have not lost your way. You are in the fact on time and on track. Meditate on this symbol and access your higher power when having to make an important decision. You can always orient yourself north to the morning star and be assured that you will make the decision that is in alignment with your highest good. All right. So this is the morning star. As you can see, it has the word home on it. If Answers let me put it up for you guys. I'm trying to put it up to the screen. But this, my backdrop be tripping. Yeah, it won't let me, but hopefully you can see it. Anyways, this is considered an important spirit honored. The indigenous people honor. It's a sign of courage and purity of spirit. Okay, so it's about the home situation. Bring yourself back home. Come back into alignment. When Ancestors is saying that, not only your physical home, yes, but your home, your mind, your body, and your soul. All right. So much love to you. In due time, divine timing is here in reference of the things that you're going through. Air signs, take heed of some of the things that I was telling you about, what has ended, even betrayal, lies, deceits, and things like that. And you're able to shift it. You're going to win. You're going to win. It's definitely showing that here. All right. So much love to you. And hit the like button on the video. I will see you soon. This is High Priestess Key. I'm out. Peace.